welcome to the TopiaPodCast, where we talk about all things pop culture and Topia related, with your hosts, Amani, Edwin, and Antonio. But before we dive into those topics, we'd like to start the podcast off with questions of the week. This week's question is, what game would you really want to get remastered?
Alright, so I'm going to start it off by saying Anthem. I would really like Anthem to get another chance, especially because the servers are shutting down very soon. And the hype for Anthem was like one of the biggest hype I've had for video games in my entire life. It was so cool. The design overall was just amazing. Like, you're literally your own Iron Man suit. You can customize it. They have different powers. There's different suits, different versions of it. A whole free open world for you to explore with your friends. Like, you hear all that and it's like, bro, that's game of the year. But you play it, and unfortunately, the missions were just repetitive as all hell. The game had no love. It was a money grab. You know, it looks beautiful. You can fly around for about 30 minutes, but after that, you get bored. So, I would love it for them to give it another chance and remaster Anthem.
I'll have to say Bully. Definitely Bully. They don't even make a sequel at this point. It's too late. Okay. They should just refresh the entire thing. Give it like the GT5 physics, call it day. Especially if they're gonna be lazy with it, give the GT5 physics. So where they have more time to focus on GTA 6. Okay, we don't be waiting for that shit for like damn near fucking 5-6 years.
Like 10 actually.
Jeez. Yeah.
It's been 10 years since GTA 5 came out. But not for you, that could be really cool remastered. You know, that'd be nice.
10 years? Wow. I didn't. Time flies, huh?
It does. I mean, to be fair, people don't really understand how long it took GTA 5 to be made, because you gotta understand, they literally put an entire city in the game, like to its actual scope.
Wow.
Yeah, and like, you know, you got the buildings, you got the people. It's a real life city. It's a real life city, you know, and it's a great game. They always add stuff like on a monthly basis at this point, like almost every 2-3 months. I'm always saying that they have either a new heist or new content. So I respect them for that, but I am definitely ready for GTA 6. I think we all are. I am Ani. What about you? What do you want?
So the game I would want remastered. Look, we already got Crash Bandicoot, and that was like one of my favorite video game series of all time. So I'm not gonna say Crash Bandicoot, and we got 4. I'm good. But what I will say, one of the best video games I probably ever played, I need a remaster of Asura's Wrath. All right. Now, it is coming out for like the PlayStation Plus. We'll talk more about that later, but it's coming out for PlayStation Plus with the new package. So I'm definitely gonna replay that shit, look through it. But if I could get a remaster or even a sequel, like don't skip the remaster and just do a sequel or something, I would love it. And I hope they have the DLC, because I never played the DLC for that game. But Asura's Wrath is the most anime game I've ever played, more than the Storm series, more than anything I've ever played. That's the most anime game. Fucking love that game. I need that shit remastered.
For sure. Alright, well, since we're on the topic of video games, I'm sure you guys have probably heard that Apex is very unplayable this season. They had a rank system change where basically the rank system is a lot more competitive, which personally I like, right? But the problem with the rank system is that they have very petty people that are DDoSing the system. And for those who don't know, DDoSing the system basically means that they kick all the players out, so your game freezes, and then you get sent back to the menu, and there's nothing you can do about it, and then those people will run around the world and just kill you.
Oh wow!
And get free points, yeah. Or even if you kill them, they'll DDoS the lobby and basically just kick everybody out the lobby, so they don't lose points, and basically everybody else is just like fucked over.
Is it even worth it at this point?
It's really not. It's really sad. Like, you see the streamers getting on almost every day complaining about it. Like, it's sad. It's getting to the point where they're even doing it in public lobbies to basically warm up for the ranked matches, and it's pretty sad. And that with the new rank system, which already makes it very competitive and hard to progress through the lobbies. Like, if you have 6-10 kills off the rip, it won't matter if you don't hit top 10. If you don't hit top 10, your multiplier is just not going to be existent. So you basically got to camp the entire game, and if you do get lucky enough to make it to top 10, you got to worry about people DDoSing the lobby after. So Apex is a little unplayable, which is unfortunate, but with a little bad news comes good news. We got the Apex Mobile. What do you guys think about that so far?
Yes, sir. The Apex Mobile came out. It's good. let me say, I was there for the Switch release. I have the original Switch, whatever you want to call it, and I played it, and it was not good. It was I could play Fortnite on the Switch. I've spent hours on Fortnite on my Switch, but you cannot play Apex on the Switch. The graphics are bad. It's slow, and they put you in with console players, so you're playing with a garbage limited technology Switch, going up against people with high specs consoles and PC. So that was just really bad. So at least on mobile, you're like in your element. There's a chance. So I like it.
So not to cut you off, but everything that I asked for too of Apex, they put inside mobile.
Yes.
It is so much easier to play, especially if you're a controller. But when you have the trigger, you kind of have to tap on it. You can't hold on to it to aim.
Really?
You have to, for me, I have to tap it and I aim. I tap it again.
Oh, you can actually change that in your settings.
How?
If you just go in your settings, I'll walk you through it next time we play it. But no, Antonio's definitely right. They added a multitude of things that just makes playing Apex a whole lot better for the mobile version and not the actual version, which is really stupid. But maybe this is their way of test running it to see if they can actually, allow it in the real game. But to give some examples, if your teammates disconnect, they have a function where you can make your disconnected teammate follow you, and then that way they won't die to the ring or to any enemies just walking around. If you have more than 10 Apex packs, you can open them all at once. Legendary skins have their own intros, which is amazing and actually makes it worth $20 because for the most part, you don't see your skin in the game. You just see it in the intro. But if you have a special intro, then I feel a little bit better about spending 20. Right, but there's a multitude of things that makes the mobile game a lot better, and I've been enjoying it a lot.
Just like the Switch, there's no cross save, so it's a fresh new account. You gotta do everything all over again. I'm loving it. Like Antonio was saying, the controls are very intuitive. Like I thought I was gonna be struggling playing, but I'm doing pretty good. Like I could do a Ferris wheel. Like with Pathfinder, there's this move he could do with his grapple called the Ferris wheel. But yeah, I could do pretty good movement on the phone. And then if you really want, you can connect your PS5 remote or Xbox remote. We've been doing it here for some games, but for the most part, I just play with my hands. It's really good.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the Xbox controller because I know for the PS5, if you connect it, you can't actually customize the layout, which is a little bit unfortunate right now. But I think you could do it for the Xbox. I'm not sure. I haven't tried it yet because when you go, it shows you the Xbox layout. But one thing that I'm sort of coming to terms now is that they don't really give you badges unless you play rank and then go to platinum. And at first I didn't like that, but now I do understand it because, like you said, the game is a lot easier. And I'd be dropping 20 bombs, 4Ks, almost every match. So if they did allow you to have badges off the rip, literally every single person would have the badge, and it would be a little bit more meaningless. It wouldn't be as cool.
True.
So I kind of do appreciate that they make you play rank for it, but platinum is way too far of a reach. Maybe gold, right? Gold 1, but platinum, that's a stretch.
So yeah, we love it over here at TopiaCast, but there are some things that I don't like. Like with the ranking, they added another. You start in iron. There's no iron on console, so you have to do way more work. Now. Oh, alright, rookie, whatever. It's you have to do way more work.
Yeah.
They want you to hit platinum, and then they're gonna add another thing you have to go through. Yeah, that's way too much.
Because at the very least, they could have given you the placement matches, and then you could maybe skip a rank or two.
That would have been great.
Right, but they really just say, nah, you're starting off at iron, and you get no choice. Not every game is perfect, obviously. A mobile game is definitely not going to be perfect, but genuinely speaking, I prefer the mobile over the Switch version.
Yeah, me too. Another thing they have is the perk system. They don't have this in regular Apex, but in Apex Mobile, you can add perks to your character. When I play Pathfinder, I have it equipped, so if I scan a beacon, it'll scan enemies around me. If I do a finisher, I get 100 extra shields. If you use my zip line, you'll go faster. My teammates go faster. So I use those. Yeah. At first, I was not a big fan of it. I was I don't want to see it in Apex, not on the console.
I definitely do.
I feel like that's too much.
Nah, especially for Mirage, because it's a cool one for Mirage where if you use your ultimate, you can make decoys of your teammates too, and that's perfect.
Oh, what? That's the first I'm hearing of
That's if I had that in the real game, I would be Mirage main. I'd be dropping 20 bombs, 4Ks all the time because the amount of ankles I break making decoys of my teammates, bro, that's wild. And you could kind of do something similar already with the air dive. Like if you're in Mirage and you're diving down the skydive, you can make decoys of your entire team.
Yeah.
Right, but you can't do it on the ground. But that would be a really cool perk to add.
I just feel like, yeah, the perks are cool. Another thing for mobile is the auto aim on that. I don't know what it's really called, but like I feel bad killing some people because there be times where I'm not even like it auto aims for you sometimes. There's some aim assist.
Yeah, I hate aim assist.
That's the word. It had like the aim assist on the mobile is crazy. Like that, it really tracks them for me when I pull the trigger down, and I be feeling bad. I'm like, bro, my aim is not that nice. I was not angling them bullets like that.
Yeah.
But it does feel good getting kills. But they could like maybe I could change it in the settings because I definitely wanna
do it yourself.
Yeah, but at the same time, it is a mobile game, so it's like more sloppy to aim. I guess I don't know.
For sure. Have anything else for video games?
Last thing I want to say about the Apex Mobile, you don't get all the characters. You have to work for it. I don't agree with that. That's another bad thing. You should have all the characters off the rip. Not all the characters, because I understand some you have to buy. That's okay. But, like, there are starter characters in Apex, and they don't give you those starter characters.
Microtransactions.
And then they give you a new character, and you can't even use a new character. You have to grind. Yeah, either buy it or grind. And it's like, what the hell?
Well, yeah, like I said, not every game is perfect, especially in mobile. But speaking of games, I feel like I've been enjoying Guilty Gears a lot. We streamed it maybe twice on our Twitch. Definitely go check that out. And it's on our YouTube too. But yeah, because I feel like fighting games haven't been all that lately. You know, we've been playing fighters for maybe 4 years now. So playing a new fighting game is really refreshing. It feels really good. So if anybody's looking for a new fighting game, a new style, I definitely recommend Guilty Gear Strive. It has a great soundtrack too, which is kind of rare for me to find in a fighting game. I don't really find, like, I don't mix fighting games and good soundtracks together. You know, it's not the formula. You get one or the other. But Guilty Gear Strive is a perfect blend. It's really good. Highly recommended.
Yeah, usually Dragon Ball Z has like good fighting game music. That's like about it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Guilty Gear is banger. I have some of their songs on my Spotify, so trust me when we say they're bangers, they're bangers. They're bangers.
Oh, Tony, you've been playing that Evil Dead game. What do you think about it?
I played it once. Never
only
again.
Once, really?
I need to touch it, but let me just say, it lives up to the Evil Dead community. What we've been expecting.
Okay.
It actually gave us what we wanted. And let me tell you, there are fucking jump scares in the game that be catching y'all, and everybody else like off, like out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Because there'll be us, it'll be like a group of 4, and it'd be against one person who's like the zombie, basically. But they can choose to be the zombie or the fucking demon, or they could do like this mode to where they can level up and be like each one of them, one by one, till like it gets like the last thing for us to do, and he's like a fucking armored titan, like he's throwing everything at us.
Can they possess you?
Yeah. And that's the thing, like there's like jump scares and shit that can like all have fear meters.
Okay.
So say if you're in the dark for too long, your shit will like raise up. So you can like candles and shit, and like have a flashlight with you.
Okay.
And a flashlight has battery, and a candle can go out and shit.
Damn.
And
that is some fucking horror shit.
Yeah, and your fear meter goes up all the way. The person could possess you, and everyone has to beat your ass.
That's crazy.
If you beat your ass too much, like we can kill you.
That's interesting.
That's really good.
Right.
So I saw you when you were streaming it on your first playthrough. I saw that, like you said, the jump scares, they have trees that'll literally just come out of nowhere and just like attack you.
You can possess the trees, yeah.
But maybe the craziest and funniest part of that entire gameplay was that your car got possessed.
Yeah.
And it drove away. There's a clip about that on our Twitch if you want to see it. But what was going through your head when you saw that shit? Like,
I didn't know what to do. I was looking around. I was like, does that usually happen? And they were like, yeah. Yeah. I'm like, okay.
That's wild.
I didn't mean kind of different. And then the fucking dude had the audacity to spin the car around and like fling it at us.
Oh, that's wild.
Hit us with it. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, so I'm gonna check that game out. Evil Dead, Guilty Gear. We got some good lineups going on right here. So check out
Definitely
the
worth
Twitch.
the play. But I'm waiting for God of War.
Oh, everybody's waiting for
Definitely
God of War.
God of
Right.
War.
Who wasn't waiting for God of War? You have to be a maniac if you're not, or an Xbox player. Sorry to say, but like if you're not waiting for God of War, I don't know what you're doing, man. And you can definitely expect us to stream it day one until completion because that's probably game of the year. If I'm being honest with you, I can say that right now. That's gonna be game of the year.
Yeah, it's a good contender. It's a good contender. Speaking of Game of the Year contenders, there was some news about Elden Ring. Elden Ring outsold COD in every other 2021 game, and it's only been out for like 3 months, something like that. And you know that says a lot. That says a lot.
That's crazy.
I've actually been thinking about doing another run through of Elden Ring because that game, it lives up to the hype. I know a lot of people hear hype and hype and hype, and it kind of turns them off for a game, but I guarantee you, Elden Ring deserves every bit of hype it's gotten. It is good, and I hate Souls games. Okay, I'm on as my witness. I've like literally never beaten a Souls game. They're annoying. They're difficult. I don't got the patience. And I beat Elden Ring 3 times, platinum that shit.
3
bro.
times he platinumed it.
It's a great game. If you haven't played it, please do yourself a favor and play it. Antonio, play it.
I told Antonio, I was like, Antonio,
you know what? We're about to go
get
half and
that.
half on it, and we can get it for him, bro. Because he's
We're gonna have
sleeping
to.
on
That's my type
it.
of game.
Bro.
Nah, it wasn't my type of game either, bro.
It's really Game of the Year.
I
Everybody's
don't have
hopping
the
on.
patience to fight
You think I did?
level higher
think I
fucking
did?
bosses.
Let me
That's
tell you,
bullshit out there.
If Edwin could do it, everybody could do it. That's all I gotta say. There was somebody with a disability. He had like one arm, I think.
Yeah.
And I think he beat it. He
Yeah.
beat it before me,
He
and
did
I was
before
streaming
us.
it. And I was streaming it.
There are little kids that can like beat the shit before us, and that shit was wild. You gotta play it. It's good.
It's
I'm
good.
telling you,
Like-
strip the hype.
When Elden Ring came out, it took over everybody's lives. It took over
Yeah.
our lives. Like
Yeah.
that's all we saw on our social media. I was Elden Ring obsessed.
We got so addicted that after we said this before in the last episode too. After we platinum Elden Ring, we literally hopped on to another Souls game. Like I started playing Sekiro, Amari started playing Dark Souls 3.
Exactly.
Like it's that addicting. It's just it gets you, it gets you, and you want more of it. Personally, I'm waiting for Elden Ring DLCs. I need that now. Please give it to us. Maybe another dungeon or something. I don't know, but I need more. I need more.
All right, in other gaming news, Multiverses beta or alpha came out. People are going crazy about it. It's going to be free to play. If you guys don't know, it's not out yet, but when it does come out, it will be free to play.
Okay, I thought I had to pay for it. That's
Alright,
nice.
let's buy that.
Nah, it's gonna be free to play, so everybody can hop on. But we'll definitely stream it when it comes out.
Of course.
They've been showing some characters here and there. I think one of my favorite characters though, like, is probably Tom and Jerry. Not because like I like the Tom and Jerry show, but because of the mechanic they have. Because when the way they did Tom and Jerry's character is like, they don't try to hit other characters. They try to hit each other and they get caught up in their BS.
That's awesome.
Pretty dope.
So Tom will try to smash Jerry with like trash cans, and that's like his up attack. You'll get caught in it, and it's like all their moves are like that. Like they're trying to hurt each other. They don't care about anybody else. And that was really, really creative. So I want to see what they do with the other characters, like how true they're gonna be. And with Velma too, the girl from Scooby Doo, when she drops her glasses, she can't see, so they'll make the screen blurry. And like they're giving a lot of love to the characters, so I want to see what they do for the other ones.
Okay.
Shaggy, I know they're doing a Super Saiyan.
Yes, I love it.
That's gonna be a little bit crazy.
And notice how they haven't released him for the alpha play or anything. They're definitely saving him for like the full game release. And you can
Oh, he wasn't
tell-
in the alpha?
No, because no one has shown any Shaggy gameplay at all.
Oh, okay.
So you can tell that he's about to be crazy if they're not showing him yet.
Shit.
But I do gotta say, I'm a little disappointed with Jake because I feel like he's kind of just a copy and paste from Kirby. Like he can like swallow you and stuff, and then you gotta like fight your way out, and then he can transform into like different items for his like down move and stuff. So that was a little bit like slackish for me. Like I understand they have Jake as a stretching character, he has that kind of mechanic, but I feel like they could have been a little bit more creative with him, But I have yet to see. The game hasn't come out yet.
I haven't seen any Jake gameplay. I saw this one clip of his ultimate, and it was like he took over the whole screen. But I don't know if that was real or if that was fake. Like it was really hard to tell. It looked like a glitch because it is like the alpha they're doing. So it really looked like a glitch. I'm not too sure. I gotta see, and they might change it later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't seen any Jake gameplay. But you said they're doing it like Kirby. Yeah, I don't like the sound of that. I don't like the sound. Like people are already gonna call it a Smash Bros ripoff,
Which
Smash Bros clone. Yeah, but it's like that doesn't mean you get a free card.
How about this? Because I feel like it's not even fair to call these games a ripoff. Because I feel like Smash Bros itself is like the first battle royale, right? It's its own free for all, everybody for himself, right? So I think we should just start calling this game battle royale as it is. I feel like when people think about battle royales, they don't think about gun games now, and that's not where they started. They started with fighting games, like Smash Bros and stuff. So let's just say it's a new battle royale. Let's just stop calling it a ripoff from. Let's give it respect, let's give it some respect.
I like the sound of that. I never thought of it like that, but yeah, we should definitely start doing that. That sounds pretty nice. But there are definitely going to be some people out there looking at it like that. I loved PlayStation All-Stars when it came out. Like, I thought it was good. I was messing with it. Dante was my favorite character, and it wasn't the original Dante. It was a Dante with the black hair. He was a kid. But he was nice in that game, though. But yeah, they did him dirty. I don't know why they didn't put the original. That was kind of messed up. But yeah, we're looking forward to Multiverses. I want to see how they're gonna do Superman. Like, they should make it so all projectiles don't work on him or something. Like I said, they're putting love into these characters, so I want to see the love in my Superman.
Right. So if anything, did it have Batman in it?
Yeah.
Okay, so Batman should have kryptonite for Superman.
Okay, well.
Because he always thinks ahead.
I guess.
He always thinks ahead.
But that's very specific to one character. I feel like that's not fair.
You think so?
Because then the move wouldn't work on other characters, so it's not really a move.
I guess. Like a reflective move, but if he's fighting Superman, they can make it so it's kryptonite.
Okay, they could just change it. Like, it could be something.
Because like you said, they have like specific lore for specific characters, so I feel like Batman knows Superman. They fought each other so many times. He would know how to blow kryptonite just in case.
Maybe. And then speaking of the multiverses, Nickelodeon also has an all-star game, a Smash Bros. Ripoff game. They did it first. Nickelodeon did it first. But they did it worse because there was no voice acting.
What?
The game's silent. Like, when the characters take damage, they don't say funny lines. They don't say ow, ooch.
I'm not even surprised. It's Nickelodeon. They're lazy with their stuff.
Like, it was bad. It was a money grab. Mm-hmm. But people were really excited for it, and people were hyping it up. And I was with them. I was like, yeah, this is going to beat Smash Bros. Let's get it.
You did not say that.
Like, I was thinking it. I was on the hype train. But now Multiverses is coming out. It looks like they're putting in love.
And you said it was free. That definitely hooked me. I like free games.
So so Multiverses is looking like the wave. That is gonna be the Smash Bros. Killer.
Nah, that's not. Y'all don't understand, man. Smash Bros. Started a legacy that can never be beaten. But I just see contenders.
What I was saying originally was that they were gonna add characters to the Nickelodeon All Star. They were gonna add XJ9 from My Life as a Teenage Robot, and then Jimmy Neutron's dad, and the dude from Rocco's Life.
I don't even know what it is, a dog or something. But yeah.
You're not him.
I'm not a big Nickelodeon fan, if I'm being honest. So
I want to see what Chalk Zone is gonna look like.
Did they say they were gonna add Chalk Zone?
I'm pretty sure they're not. They're putting OG people in it.
Yo, if they put in,
has to be in it.
If they put in Chalk Zone, that would be crazy. But we're not gonna play that Nickelodeon game.
Definitely not. Alright. Have you guys been watching any good anime lately?
No. I just been watching Young Justice.
Okay,
honestly. Going pretty decent.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking decent.
Is it consistent? Well, like the releases?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the plot definitely keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Okay.
Than the episode.
I always wanted to get back into it, but because I know when it first came out, my biggest fear was, I'm gonna get into it, and then they're gonna cancel it, and they're gonna leave me with a lot of questions, which they kind of did, because I know after like the first season, it took like forever to get new episodes and stuff. But if it's coming back and if it's good, I'm gonna have to check it out.
It was really good at first, because it was on Cartoon Network, and it was on the DC Universe app, and now it's on HBO Max.
Damn, it's going everywhere.
Right.
Wait, so what happened to the DC app? Is it still a thing, or?
They merged with HBO Max.
Wow. I mean, it makes sense. I feel like people weren't really going to just pay just for a separate DC I feel like everybody saw that whole streaming service thing blowing up and trying to make a little grab for it.
Yeah, basically.
So we all knew it wasn't going to work out for everybody. I'm surprised Paramount Plus is still a thing. I thought that shit was going to fail.
They're doing good.
Right
Not
away.
even that. They got like Peacock Plus and like they
The
got a
Peacock
bunch.
one is also surprising. You know why? They have The Office.
Oh.
They got Brooklyn Nine-Nine. They got heavy shows that people just love to bench and repeat over and over again.
Yeah,
So they
Paramount just
more.
had Halo.
Oh, but Halo was garbage. It just
really
ended
bad.
too. I've heard.
I think I don't know if this was the right scene, but I think I might have seen like the ending scene of it. He was like fighting like a wave of monsters by himself,
Was he?
and it looked pretty epic. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know. Like if people were saying that was the best part of the show, and if that was really the best part of the show, then yeah, it's not worth a watch. Because it was a cool fight scene, but I'm not gonna watch the entire show just to get to that fight scene. It'd be okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm not a Halo guy. I don't know much about the lore. I haven't really played the games, but I know people were upset. They were upset.
How do they even connect with the fucking...
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't connect to the game at all.
It's not even worth watching.
They said, yeah, we're gonna do our own thing. We're gonna make a show about a game, and then just say we're not even gonna base it on the game.
Honestly.
How does that work?
Yeah. You know, so I gotta get into that anime life. Luckily, I've been watching some of that great Tomodachi game. You know, they have incredible plot twists, crazy character development, a little bullshit in there, but you know what anime doesn't. Last episode was really crazy, especially, you know, revealing that literally no character can be trusted. You know, because they build the trust for each character just to like break it down and then rebuild it again and then break it down. It's a whole roller coaster. Well, what do you think about it so far, Ward?
Yeah, Tomodachi game. It is a new anime that came out this season. This season has been really good for anime. All right, we got. I heard Tomodachi game because somebody recommended it to me while I was at work, and then Edwin started watching it, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll watch it.
Yeah. Like, at first, I wasn't really liking it because I felt like it was lacking something in the plot, and they kept revealing a lot of the hidden story elements too soon. But like I said, it's a roller coaster because they keep kind of dragging you in every episode at the end. It's kind of like Platinum End for me. Like, I didn't really enjoy the Platinum End episodes, like, while I was watching them, but then, like, the last 5-10 minutes would always be so amazing, so, like, it would just grab my attention so much that I just had to come back for the next one. And it's kind of like the same thing for Tomodachi game.
Yeah, Tomodachi game. It's kind of like Squid Game, except instead of. It's like these kids get into a bunch of debt, and they have to win games, and then that'll clear money off their debt. That's basically the plot.
But each game
That
has...
sounds exactly like Squid Game.
Nah, but the thing is that each game also has penalties that can add a massive amount to your debt. And then the thing is that basically there's a trader in the game too. So the way it starts is that someone stole money for a field trip, and now this group of friends has to play this game in order to get the money back essentially and clear their own debt too. But as they're going, they keep lying to each other. They keep trying to save each other. Like, you know, they're being selfish essentially, and their debt keeps increasing. And now it's gone to the point where like the group is split up, and now we're only watching like 2 characters, and we don't know what's going on with the other group. And now it's like one group versus another. It's crazy. It's just a whole roller coaster, and it's somewhat worth the watch. But if you don't got patience to see a story develop, then it might not be for you. You know, if you're more of the fast pace, just let me get into it, then yeah, definitely.
I feel like the problem I have with Tomodachi game, now that I'm thinking about it, is that it kind of does what One Piece does, basically. I've been watching a lot of One Piece, I'm binging it, and the problem what I have with all this storytelling is that he waits so long to explain things.
Okay.
Sometimes it's cool and it makes sense, but there are other times where it doesn't. Like, for example, Episode 1 with Shanks, he gets his arm bitten off by a sea king, and then he uses Haki to scare him off. But we don't know it's Haki. The anime just started. We just think it's, you know, he's just that badass.
Right.
That's really common in anime. Like, that's really nothing crazy. So, you know, if you're a regular anime watcher and you see that, you're just like, oh, he was just that badass. That's what you're going to think. But then he explains it later, and it's like, no, it's actually Haki. That was cool, and that made sense. But then there are other things he does, like with Sanji. His backstory is that, you know, he almost started on an island, and I don't know, he could kick hard. And it's like that, I swear to God.
It doesn't add up.
It doesn't add up, and it's like that for 400 episodes, 400 plus episodes, even more, like 800 plus.
Yeah.
Where it's just, hey, he kicks hard, and there's no explanation for why he kicks hard, how he kicks hard. Like, he's a regular human. It's established he's a regular human, but it's just, hey, he kicks hard magically. and he doesn't explain that till later, and I just don't like that. And there are more examples like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's what they do with Tomodachi game. You don't really know these friends, and then they throw you into the game.
Yeah.
And then they kind of make up the story as they go. They really do to fit the plot, and I just don't like it.
It can be very contradicting at times, basically, because for like I'm really bad with the names, but for the main character, essentially himself, they just set him up to be like this nice guy, average guy that loves his friends, and he works hard because he's like the poorest one in the group, right? But then as the story goes on, you start seeing like every episode, he's essentially a new character. He's whatever character needs to be to fit the plot, you know. Like sometimes he's like evil, sometimes he's very caring, sometimes he's super smart, but other times he doesn't know what the fuck's going on. Like it's kind of hard to get a grasp of who he really is, and that's kind of like for all the characters too. Like you don't know who they are, and the story would just tell you they are this person when they need to be, and then this person when they need to be that person. You know, it's just too many twists and too many turns, and it should be a little bit more solid.
But yeah, that's only 7 episodes of Tomodachi game. We're gonna keep watching it. We'll keep talking about it as the podcast progresses. But that's what we gotta say for now.
Yeah. Not bad.
Yeah, a lot of new anime came out this season. Komi can't communicate. Let me just say real quick. The other two don't watch it, so I'll keep it brief. New season came out, season 3. Basically, it's about this girl. She has trouble making friends because she has like extreme anxiety. That's what the series is about, and she wants to make friends. She wants to make 100 friends, which sounds a lot like this other anime I used to watch.
Yeah.
Where B got a HK, I'll never forget it. Where there was this girl in high school and she wanted to have sex with 100 different boys.
Yeah.
But then you gotta watch the series. I won't spoil it, but yeah, it kind of sounded too familiar. But no, it's a really wholesome series. Pretty cute. I think I said third season. I think we're on the second season. I don't know why I said third. Pretty sure we're on the second. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. Real heartwarming. That's what I like to see.
Okay. Speaking of heartwarming, I've been watching a lot of Spy X Family, and it's probably one of the most heartwarming animes I've seen in a long time. It's adorable, it's really cute, it's hilarious, surprisingly, because I feel like a lot of animes aren't that funny anymore. Like I've seen too much comedy, but Spy X Family just has me laughing and dying every episode. I really don't know what to expect, and the dynamic between the characters is just perfect.
I definitely agree with you when you were saying anime don't really make you laugh. Like, when I watch anime, I hardly laugh. So if you could get a chuckle, you're doing a really good job.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I read the manga for it, and the comedy is really solid. I would highly recommend it.
Yeah, Antonio, you're sleeping on it. Highly recommend it.
I am sleeping. I only saw the first episode.
Look at that.
But it was pretty good. I ain't gonna cap. It was a good episode.
Yeah, I would recommend Spy X Family before you watch that Komi-sama for anybody, really.
Yeah.
Komi's good, but Spy X Family, that's different. Spy X Family hits different.
And you like romance, right? You like the romance stories.
Romance.
See, now someone like you that loves romance stories, it's kind of a surprise that you're not watching that Love is War, because let me tell you, 3rd season in and they are still a banger. It's top 10.
Oh, I never heard of it.
You never heard of it? That's crazy.
Yeah, I failed this, man.
For the men you want me to do, what you want?
I can't believe you didn't put you on. I could have sworn it said something.
Yeah, definitely for something. But no, basically it's about these very two prestigious high school students that they're in the student council, that Japanese stuff. And essentially you got this very rich girl that just has so much pride that she won't admit her love for the president, right? And then you got the president who comes from a middle class family that's worked his way up to like #1 student, all this other shit. That his pride also won't let him confess his love to her, right? So it's kind of like a chess game the entire time. Of, I'm gonna make you confess, but now I'm gonna make you confess, and neither of them will confess their love at all. And then you get a whole bunch of side characters too. There's a lot of good development for the side characters and for the main characters. And what I like about it is that it's not one of those generic romance animes where they'll work up the romance and then season 2 they're back to square one. No, it's developed, it carries on, they do callbacks from last season, last episodes, it's development like A1. So I just highly recommend it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. And they're on the 3rd seasons. 3 seasons, so you have plenty to watch. And let me tell you, the openers.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Bangers.
Bangers doesn't even describe, bro. Like
I'm still.
I was touched about this.
Yeah, I'm still not kind of feeling the third one.
I am now.
Oh, you are. I think
now.
I need another episode or two. But yeah, their openings.
And what I appreciate about the openings the most is that they use the same person for it, and so it just gets the same vibe each time.
Yeah, that's really good. The same singers. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
I highly recommend it. But yeah, I think that's.
And we also got news that the Ruby anime is coming out on Crunchyroll.
I forget about that. Yes. Okay.
Have it on my notes.
Damn. So I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna talk more about this for sure next week. The next episode, I'm kind of slacking on this, but quick little summary. Ruby is this YouTube series that came out like 10, 11 years ago by this team called Rooster Teeth. And it was amazing. Like, it was very low budget, but the story was phenomenal. The characters were amazing. The soundtrack was literally in my top 10 soundtracks for anything ever. Like, it's just that great. And I think it went on for maybe 8 seasons. Unfortunately, the original creator did pass away, like, I think around the 3rd season. So it's kind of sad that he's not here to see this, but you'd be so proud that he's finally getting, like, an anime recognition, you know, because growing up with Ruby and shit, it was hard. It was really hard calling it anime because it came from YouTube and it's American and all that, but it still got that recognition, you know. Especially in Japan, it was very popular. You always saw the cosplay. So to now, it really being produced by a whole anime studio, it's getting the whole anime title. It's beautiful. It's a whole transition, and I cannot wait for it.
Yeah, Ruby is lit. I'm pretty sure Edwin put me on. He sent me the YouTube videos. This came out when we were like in middle school.
Yeah.
And like if you watch it now, it kind of doesn't hold up today because like the animation
is
and
low
whatever.
budget, right?
You know, but when it came out back in the day, that was like top tier stuff. Like it looked good.
The movement was incredible. The fighting was.
The music. Great. We don't know if they're gonna bring the original OST to the anime version they're doing. I really hope they do because their OST is so it's part of it. It's literally part of it.
It tells the story itself.
Right.
So.
The music is so good. I literally have their tracks on my Spotify, and when I heard the news, I started bumping their tracks even more. So I need the original OST.
Yes,
and
highly recommended.
I'm definitely gonna hop on it.
What I hope they do too is because Ruby did such an amazing thing. What got me hooked into Ruby was the trailers, because the trailers weren't just like little previews to the story. They were actual introductions to each main character. So there's 4 main characters. So then there was 4 trailers, and each trailer was like 5-10 minutes of just backstories for them, and then they'll have a whole fight scene and stuff, and it will literally begin into the actual story. Like if you watch the trailers, you would be more set up for the actual story going in. And it was beautiful. So I hope Crunchyroll does the same thing. Like they do the trailers as introductions to the characters. That would be great.
Yeah, as you see, we're really looking forward to it, and we have a lot of expectations. We don't know if they're gonna do everything.
Maybe too many,
but we hope they get it together. We'll see. The last little pieces I have. There is some new anime that we are waiting for to come out later this October. As everybody knows, Bleach will be coming out with the anime.
Yes.
And at the same time, we'll be getting Mob Psycho Season 3.
Highly awaited.
I'm surprised they're releasing the same time as Bleach, but...
Yeah, Bleach is going to dominate this season, let me tell you. This war arc coming up is probably one of the best I've read in any manga arc. I think it could definitely compete with the Summit War from One Piece.
Really?
Yes, I low-key think it might be better than the Summit War from One Piece. But that's everybody's expectations. You know, everybody has their own ideas, but it's top tier war arc.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a lot of expectations. Not like I'm looking forward to it because Bleach was like the first manga I read because I didn't know I didn't really know how to read manga, and I had Bleach, that samurai, I think it's like Ronin Kenshin, something like that.
Yeah.
And I forgot the third one I had, but I had 3 different mangas, and the one I ended up learning to read was Bleach. So then I kept reading Bleach. So, and then to learn that I didn't even finish it, there's a whole war arc. So, like, yeah, I'm definitely interested in seeing this. And then hopefully when people see this, they might put more respect on Bleach. Cause
of course, top 3.
Bleach is part of the big 3, but nobody treats it. Like, there have been so many people who want to remove Bleach. Like, they are signing petitions.
Yeah, but let me tell you, that's only the people that only watch the anime. Because if you read the manga, then you know that Ichigo still competes in the top 3, and highly people believe that Ichigo is stronger than Naruto, even now with the whole Baryon mode and all that shit, people will put Ichigo on top of Naruto, and I kind of agree with it too. And still a whole debate with Luffy and stuff. I won't go into the details of Luffy right now, but Ichigo's top 3. So when they get to this new season, yeah, you're gonna be right. They're gonna put the respect in it, and we're gonna see he's not slacking anymore.
Yeah, that's all I like to hear. And yeah, that's pretty much everything I had on my notes. I know the Naruto X Jordan collab is coming out, or probably did come out. That was
Apparently they weren't that good.
I don't really buy the shoes like that, but that was interesting. How Naruto's still repping.
Yeah. It's that Boruto hype, new gen.
Oh, so last week we did recommend an anime for everybody to watch. We're gonna do the same thing this week. Who wants to go first?
Marcelli, you haven't said much, so you go first.
Damn, this is kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Shoot.
On the spot. I thought you know what
This is on the spot. Damn. Anime to watch. A new one.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be new. Whatever you like.
Literally, it's Spy X Family. That's what I gotta watch right now.
Okay.
I respect it.
He's gonna recommend it. You gotta watch. That's good. Definitely recommend it too. I would say Code Geass. I'm gonna take it way back. Code Geass. Okay, if you need something to just spend your weekend on, and something that will hype you up, tear you apart, make you cry, make you laugh, Code Geass. Go watch it. Do yourself a favor.
Wow, okay, I have a gigantic smile on my face. For those of you who don't know, Code Geass is like my favorite anime. Like, it's up there. It's between Code Geass and Psycho Pass, but I've seen Code Geass twice. So I'm gonna have to say Code Geass is probably my favorite. So yes, so I guess what I would recommend is Psycho Pass, since I have to see it myself. So yep, Code Geass, Psycho Pass, top tier anime. Definitely recommend you check those out. Animation still holds up to this day. Don't even worry about it. Especially the action scenes in Code Geass. Crazy. Woo! Phenomenal. So yeah, those are our weekly recommendations this time.
Alright. I think that's a good time to close it off. That being said, this has been TopiaCast with our second episode. Definitely stay tuned with our YouTube. We upload basically on a weekly basis now. We upload our gameplays from Twitch, catch us live, and definitely watch our follow us on TikTok. Exclusive clips there on the weekly too.